I guess I don't need a countdown, but I can do it anyway because it's what you do in a marathon. So yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Super Mario 74 Extreme Edition 50 star. This is the... Oh my goodness, ledge grab. This is the second lowest any percent of this game. You can do 10 star, but 10 star is not a liked category because it has a very difficult backwards long jump. So 50 star is the much more popular category. And it's much more optimized than 10 star. Oh my goodness, this is just, don't get burnt. Okay. I still... Oh, I got burnt! Okay. Well, that's a quick death. Yeah, this game is very difficult. It's not quite as hard as Night of Doom, but it's gonna be the second hardest game of this ROM Hack's Done Quick, I believe. So deaths will happen, but they won't be overly common. Please don't die on secrets again. Alright, yeah. The main reason I died that last time was because I didn't get the ledge grab. Oh my goodness. Jump too early. And I didn't get the jump, so I have to press A at a very precise time now. Or just stop my momentum entirely. That made it easier. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna rage WJG. I'm definitely not going for world record, and the estimate is very forgiving. I'm gonna try to show off all the cool and hard strats if I can. Like one that I'm gonna go for right now, which skips you having to press the metal cap switch by doing 2 very precise lava bounces to get the star. Because as you'll see, there's a metal cap box on that platform in the middle. And the intended way is to activate the metal cap and get the star that way. And there's actually another star in this level that I won't be getting that does actually require the metal cap. There's no skip for it. But, yeah. What else is there to say about this game? Oh yeah, I know a lot of people think that this game has a ton of lava in it, and that's the only thing that makes it hard. Sort of how, like, Night of Doom has a ton of quicksand in it, and that's what makes it hard. But honestly, this game really only has a ton of lava in the first overworld. There's only 2 levels in the first overworld, the entire first overworld, that don't have any lava in them. But the second overworld has 0 levels with lava in them. And the third overworld has 1, maybe 2. So it's really just the beginning, and like people that like see me during reset stuff, like, will think the game has so much more lava than it does because they'll only see the beginning. But yeah. So we're done with course 3 right now. You actually go to course 3 first, which is like, I guess routing in any hack, you're gonna go to other courses out of order. But you actually save course 1 till, like, very far into the route. That's when you're at, like, 40-something stars. I turned the camera the wrong way to start. So I haven't played this game in about a week, so I'll be a little bit rusty, but I should definitely still be good enough to get the estimate beaten. I actually hold the world record in 3 of the 4 categories in this game. The only one I don't hold it for is 100%, but I do have it for this one. And I have it in 125 and 10, and I'll be running 125 later in the event. So, that star is actually very easy to screw up in runs. I didn't do the exact hardest movement right there, because it's so difficult. There's like a movement you can do that's like a side flip dive off of one of the boxes that's like super crazy to perform. I only do it when I'm very mad, or if I have like a bad course 3 when doing attempts. That star was not hard though. I skipped the intended way. The intended way is to like slide on boxes onto the course, but that's way too hard and too long. Alright, this is RNG dependent based on these swamps. Hopefully I get good patterns. Luckily there's 2 of them, so you have to get really unlucky to not be able to do it. They have to both be at a bad pattern. But I got good RNG that time. On top. top of that wall. 2 more stars in this course. Something interesting about this category is because it's a short category, there's actually 0 100 coin and red coin missions in this category. I think there's 0 red coins as well. Yeah. Okay. I was just making sure in my head. I knew there was 0 100 coin missions, obviously, because those are way too long. But yeah. And actually, a neat fact about this game is when we were timing every star, with Fade Out, every star that's in this run can be done in under 40 seconds, which is really fast. Oh my goodness. So I was trying to ledge grab the box like that, but I was a bit too far back. This is still not a terrible run so far. Really the only mistake that was major was the death in Course 3. But now we're going to move on to Metal Cap, which is right up here. And I'm going to go for the hardest star first. Now, as you saw, I did a Metal Cap skip earlier. I'm not going to actually hit the Metal Cap switch. I'm just going to take advantage of the fact that you get the Metal Cap for a little bit at the start of the level. So I can do all these stars. I get every star here except for the red coins. Oh my goodness. That is... okay. My thumb slipped off the control stick. That backup is a lot easier to do if you get the extra bounce at the end. Sometimes you'll just, like, slide up on the ground without doing an extra bounce, and it's, like, a lot easier, but... man, my thumb slipped off the control stick, and I did a very good job of backing that up. Okay. Getting the camera under you is a lot better than the camera being over you, because you can actually see the lava pillars for that star, which is nice. I used to not do that strat. I just was confident that my muscle memory would be perfect, but eventually it failed me and I was just too mad. Did I get the 1 second time save? Nope. Chuck ya cock blocked me from the star. It's a shame. He's always going to be there. You just need to get higher off the bounce, but I didn't want to die to it. Alright, so now I'm going to get the vagina hole star. You can figure out why it's called that. It's funny, the platform... There's a platform you can stand on at the start of this level, or that, well, you have to stand on it, that's suggestive, and then a star that's suggestive in the same level. It's quite neat. I have no idea if that was intended by the creator. By the way, the creator of this game is Lug Millard, in case anyone was curious. He actually made another hack called Super Mario 74. He made that before this. This is a harder version of Super Mario 74, to anyone unaware. I recommend not playing this game until you've played through most of, if not all of, Super Mario 74. Because that game's a lot more of a casual hack to start out with. So yeah, that star was free. It's just hard to find first time playthrough, but it's very easy. Mario Kart SS3 should be 100, or should be any percent. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It should be any percent. People were convincing me that that would make more sense, and I agreed. Alright. I had a very, very, very bad angle right there. I couldn't get outside the wall, so I had to just fall. I had way too much of an inside angle. There we go. Okay, can I get the cool strat? Nope, I didn't. You can kick and then land on the ledge up there, but it's very precise. So yeah, you only get 2 stars from Bowser 1. It's fun. This level's actually called Bowser's Beautiful Backyard. It's a very fitting name. It is quite a lovely backyard, honestly. Until you get to this section. I mean, there's lava, obviously, but not too much of it. But just at first glance, it's just a lot of peacefulness and beauty. But then you get to fire and thwomp hell, and then you're like, oh god. Oh god, this is why it's Bowser's beautiful backyard. This is what he finds beautiful. Alright, so I'm gonna be about a minute behind good pace through Bowser 1, which is not terrible for a marathon. I have a very loud control stick because this is still relatively unbroken into controller. It's a good fight though. It's a good 2-spin. Reading too much into the name. I might be, I don't know. It's fun to do though, sometimes. So yeah, 1043 backyard. I think my best backyard is like a 920 something, but obviously world record wasn't that fast. At least I don't think it was. So about a minute behind like world record pace. So it's already done. It's nothing I can hope for at this point, but playing good, showing off cool stuff. So yeah, this is actually one of the biggest run killers of the entire run, if you're going for world record, because of these eyeballs right here. The eyeballs aren't the only thing that can kill a run, but they're definitely a huge factor, and I long jumped with a bad angle, and I tried to back it up by wall kicking back to the platform, but I just was like the Goldilocks zone of failure. Too much to get back, but not enough to get the star. Oh, man! Okay. I'm screwing up a lot right now. Yeah, the eyeballs, they're just in the way. And it saves, like, about 15 seconds on each eyeball to not kill them. So, like, 30 seconds in total, just about. So it's definitely worth it to do. Oh my goodness, I died. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense to do it in a marathon run, or like a event run, but I've done it so much that I honestly forgot the consistent ways to kill the eyeballs by now, so I'm just so used to skipping killing them. That was a mistake. I did not mean to slide off of that, but you can just back it up like that. Eyeball patterns could be messed up. They seem good for now. Gonna not worry about that dude. Okay, I'm struggling with this right now. You have to get a very precise angle and have a decent speed to get that one. Obviously the other star is easier. I just messed up the angle before, but this one's a lot easier. Or, well, not this one. Well, that one. The one you just saw in the background. This one's a lot harder. I actually had too much speed right there. I recognized that and had to pull back a little bit. So, finally got that star. That probably lost about 2 minutes, honestly. Or maybe just under. This is why this is the biggest run killer split of the entire run. I'm not surprised this went poorly. Hopefully the rest goes okay. Lake of the Lords. The Lords have to bless me with a good Lake of the Lords if I'm going for world record. Otherwise it's reset time. It's a good thing I'm not going for world record now, though. For the longest time, we used to actually get red coins in this level, because if you notice, when you get a star, you don't spawn out of this level, you spawn back in this level. So you can actually collect red coins, and you'll see this when I do it in 125. You can collect red coins as you're getting other stars. Like, you could get the 4 red coins that are over here, and then get the star, and you wouldn't lose them because you still spawn in the same overworld. But even with that advantage, it's still around a 50-second to a minute star, surprisingly. And we didn't know that because we never timed it until, like, relatively recently. It's really interesting. This is just one of the things that... Oh, I just got a red coin out of habit. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. That's a very precise star as well. You have to back kick to generate enough speed to make it to the slope, because you have to get a triple jump off that slope. Luckily, I got it first try, though. That can also kill runs. I've lost several runs to that. I think by now I've lost runs to pretty much every star in the entire game, because I've got so many attempts put into this game. Alright, so that's the last star of Lake of the Lords. Now I'm going to be going to the Vanish Cap. And, getting 3 stars in the Vanish Cap. Or no, 4 stars in the Vanish Cap. The new route is 3 stars, but I'm not gonna attempt that. Ooh! I got ledge grabless. That's really precise. You have to get perfect angle and, like, one of the last possible frames to long jump. That is awesome that I showed that off. Oh, and then I'm doing this. Yep, I suck. It's very, very hard to see this level, so I guess by now I might have lost some of my muscle memory. Which you may have seen, like, all throughout the game anyway, but, yeah, missing wall kicks is not uncommon in this level. There's only 2 stars that really heavily require wall kicks, and that was one of them. The other one I'll go for next, probably. By the way, I see a bunch of people saying good luck, and I appreciate all the good luck that people have given out. Sorry I can't thank all of you individually. I'm really curious to see what time I'll get, because I am rather rusty, but, I mean, I should almost certainly still beat the estimate. Because to anyone that didn't hear, like, the estimate is super forgiving. I can lose over 12 minutes to world record and still meet the estimate, but it's good to have it like that, because it's a very unpredictable game and very difficult. As you've seen, I've died 2 times already. Which is not a ton, actually. I've had runs that have been worse than this, honestly. I've had runs that have been way worse, honestly. Also, I'm going for this star, which is a bit out of order. I'm actually confused as to... Okay, never mind. I remember which star I didn't get. It just threw me off a little bit. Just like that Chuckya. That Chuckya threw me off, but in a literal sense. I don't usually hit that Chuckya. I was too high up after the second wall kick. Oh my goodness. I did the zooming in while not actually being zoomed in. If you saw on the bottom right, Black 2 was like the non-zoomed in form, but it still zoomed in because I did it so close to each other. Sorry about the squeaky chair. I hope that's not too annoying. I always notice it because I find it annoying, but maybe it picks up quieter on mic. I want to see my muscles. Lol. Okay, that was a good death. Just subscribe to me for $9.99, and you can get my muscle emote, Kappa B. Alright, so one more star in this level, then I'll be moving on to this slide, which is quite an interesting level. There's actually a strat that was very, very recently discovered, probably the most recently discovered thing in this game, and I'm gonna go for it one time for fun. I really don't expect to get it, but if I do, it would be amazing. It'd be like Cheese getting HMC BLJ in his GDQ run. Except I think this could actually be harder than that. It's so crazy. Let's see if I get it. I'm gonna go for it one time. Oh yeah, I was not even close. Okay. I'm just gonna die. I think it's faster to die than to slowly slide on that thing the entire way. I'm not gonna go for it again. Basically what I was trying to do was I was trying to wall kick off of that left wall, then get a first frame wall kick, to then go over the wall for a star that I don't normally go for, but if you get it in this fashion, it's like an 8 to 10 second time save, I believe. Okay, that's a game over. That is the first game over of the run. Hopefully the last as well. Luckily I've been saving throughout this run. I quite often don't save when I was going for world record, but it's it doesn't even save too much. I think it saves 3 seconds in total of the run, so not too worth it, but I thought it was worth it at one time. Save and quits are just really annoying. I was prone to do that a lot. Will RHDQ be able to make affiliate? Good question. I have not checked yet if it got the message yet, but if it does, then I can apply for that for when the next RHDQ is. Not apply, I can fill out the form, rather. Because it'd be cool if RHDQ could have sub-emotes and cheering for, like, the next one. I'm not going to do it during the event, though, obviously. So yeah, there's 4 stars in that slide level, but you only get 2 in 50 star. And potentially 3 if you went for the new route, but that would be such a run killer. Alright, so now on to Course 4. System of a Downtown. I'm going to do a not too precise trick. Oh, okay. I missed the wall kick, but, sorry, I'm clearing my throat a bunch. My throat is sore. But, you're meant to go into this sewer system and go all the way around for the star. And that would end up taking over 2 minutes optimally. But in reality, you can just do not too precise wall kicks at the beginning, and it's pretty easy. This is actually a very big run killer split in attempts as well, because this is one of the few levels that has a bunch of quicksand, so if you mess up any jump, you're dead. Oh, I was so close to making the wall kick strat. Okay, I wanted to go for that one time, but oh, I was so close to getting it too. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna go for the safer strat this time. I was just a tad too high. Alright. The safer strat is to land in there and then triple jump and then dive. So you basically want to triple jump and then slow your momentum and then dive at the right time so that your momentum picks up after you're past the ceiling that I bonked onto. But you obviously can't see that when you're wall kicking, which is what makes that so difficult. The wall kick is about a 3 to 4 second time save, so it's not worth it in runs, but still very cool if performed right. Okay. Those wall kicks are not hard at all if you know the right angle. Alright, 30 stars, only 20 more. And I have 22 minutes to get them. I can still easily beat the estimate if I don't choke. Okay, I didn't get the fast boo kill. Basically, if you run a big boo into a wall as he's getting his third hit, he'll spawn the star faster than if he was just going out into the open. Because the wall would, like, stop his animation. But I didn't get that time. It saves... I think it saves 1 full second, so it's not a big deal, but it's very cool. Alright, so that was the last star in that level, and what you're going to see right now is I'm going to exit this course, which is technically an overworld, but he used the Rainbow Cloud stage as an overworld stage, so it doesn't behave as a normal overworld like this one does. But yeah, I go back to the first overworld because this door right here requires 30 stars. And the entire first overworld prior to this door has 31 stars, but that's including like all coin collecting stars and stuff, so it's obviously not fast to do that in 50. So it's a bit of an odd route, but it's still the fastest. Alright. And yeah, here's the first overworld having more lava in it. Didn't see that in the second overworld, but you see it in the first. Because I'm back to the first overworld still. Also 33 stars. Also, I believe that star name was called Balls of Steel and Fire. I like that star name. Can I get the double jump? Oh, I think okay, I pressed the A button too late. I think if I would have pressed it at the right time, I might have gotten it. But it doesn't matter. You only need to take one. If you... I knew I didn't have a wall kicking angle. I didn't know how to back it up. You only need to take one bounce to get onto the box the right way. If you get the wall kick, I screwed that up. That was unfortunate. That's one of the longer deaths you can make, is dying on this star. That's not gonna get it. I didn't start with the right angle. Okay, get... Oh my goodness, that's like the exact opposite, but I should still be able to make it. Barely. I'm sorry, I just make noises sometimes when things are really scary. That was extremely close in so many ways, I can't even describe it. But it all turned out good in the end. 50 world records, surprisingly, isn't actually deathless. It has one death, and that death cost about 20-something seconds. And I also had another level that cost about 20-something seconds on its own. Like, I think an optimal 50-star run could be about a minute faster with current strats. But it's such a difficult game and such a difficult category to get everything right. It was still a huge grind to get world record, but I know it could be brought down if someone were to go for it, but it'd take a while. Oof. No! Oh my god! How did I not hit that eye? That was not intended. Okay. Yeah, you're supposed to long jump across platforms with heave hose on them. That's why it's called Dance with the Heave Hose, but that wall kicking strat was not intended by Logan Lord. Enjoying the speedrun. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. I mean, that's one person, but I hope you all are enjoying this, because... Okay, that was a cool firstie, by the way. I didn't have to land on the platform because I got a first frame wall kick. But yeah, this is an alright run so far, aside from some of the deaths. Well, some of the deaths in this run have honestly been me trying to show off hard things and then just failing. Which I think is fine, but some of the deaths are inexcusable. Just legitimate mistakes on my part. But still an alright run so far. Still can easily beat the estimate. Alright, so similar to the wing cap text skip in the original 64, you just like get a star after pressing the switch before touching the ground, and it'll skip the text box. And yeah, that's what I did right there. Alright. That star feels long, but it's not too long. I think it's like 30-some seconds, maybe. Alright, so this level's got an interesting strategy. There's a pyramid that you are intended to... Okay, that was dumb. You're intended to slowly crawl up the pyramid. If you crawl up the pyramid, even though it's sloped, you won't slide off. But that takes about 2 minutes. So there's two different strategies you can do. There's YOLO Pyramid and Uber YOLO Pyramid. Uber YOLO Pyramid is the one I'm going for. Oh my goodness, why? I overkicked. I overkicked the top of it. That's the only hard part. Landing on it's not hard. But YOLO Pyramid is what Frame often goes for, who's the other good runner of this game, by the way. I don't think I mentioned him yet. But, yeah, he goes for YOLO Pyramid, but I go for Uber YOLO Pyramid. And, the only thing I find difficult about the strat is landing at the top, which I failed twice. That's unfortunate. So yeah, second game over. That should be the last one, unless I really screw up. It's unfortunate I died twice on that star. I like to take pride in being pretty good at that star, but I guess the pressure of the marathon has gotten to me a bit. Not marathon, it's not. It's an event. I keep wanting to call it marathon. It's not quite that. It'd be more of a marathon if I was doing like several runs in a row. Backup for this doesn't lose too much time, but it does kind of suck when you miss that triple jump dive. I knew I was gonna miss that. I couldn't delay it though. I was trying to walk around, but I was already walking into the invisible wall. I knew the second I kicked, I would have fallen. But I didn't set up the initial angle properly, so shame on me for going for it with a bad setup. Okay, I should get it this time. It's a good setup. Didn't land at the right spot. Well, this is a disaster. I've died 4 times on this. This star is a disaster. This time is the time, I'm calling it. It is getting less easy to beat the estimate, but it's still definitely pretty manageable. But it is getting less and less easy. Okay, I took that a little bit safer. But, okay. Finally got that star. Yeah, it's a bit of a choke, I guess. I mean, it's not... I guess it's far enough in to consider it a choke. It's funny, I'm 10 stars behind world record, and world record's done in about 30 seconds. That's crazy. A lot of rust, a lot of mistakes in this run, especially in this level. But world record's really fast in this game. There's a bunch of ROM hacks out there that are like somewhat optimized, but not super optimized. It's just play pretty good throughout, and then you'll get a good time by the standards. I think this game is an exception to that type of standard with ROM hacks. This one, I mean, there are several others like this, but I mean, this one definitely is included in the list of ROM hacks that have very good times. Even though this doesn't have a lot of competition, the times in this are very, very quality. The strats are difficult to perform, and the consistency on the strats is really high in world record runs. Okay. Getting that star instead of any other star in this level saves anywhere from like 3 to 8 seconds. But every star in this level is pretty long, so you only want to get one of them. Alright, so since this is a 50-star category and the second MIPS spawns at 50 stars, you can only get 1 MIPS in this run, which is unfortunate, but in original 64 70 star you can only get 1 MIPS in that too, but that's due to routing. Alright, so yeah, now is when I go to course 1. It's a lot faster to do that because it's right after MIPS, so... Alright, I got the speed kick right there. And I got the wall kick, sweet. That star went really well. Oh, I didn't get 2 bounce, I got 3 bounce, but still. That doesn't even lose a second. I'm curious if a sub 40 is possible at this point. I doubt it. I don't think it is, but curious. It'll be easier to tell as I'm entering Bowser 3. I know Bowser 3, done optimally, has about a 1.5 minute level and about a minute fight. So, if I enter at, like, realistically, if I enter at, like, a 37, then it's still possible. I don't think that's doable, though. I think getting the rest of these 5 stars takes longer than that, for sure. I don't know why I hit the side of that again. Whatever. It only loses, like, a second. Alright, so not much to talk about for Course 1, other than the fact that there's more lava in it. You might not have seen the lava in Course 9, by the way, I didn't really point it out. But Course 9 did have lava. Course 8 didn't, but Course 9 did. It was under the flower bed. There's like holes to fall into, and that has lava. So, it's really funny. Only Course 8 and Course 2 in this overworld are the only two without lava. It's very odd. And then, like, practically none in the other overworlds. I really don't know why that is, but... Oh, okay. I missed the hole. That's what he said, but never wanted to. And is ashamed of it. Alright, so, yeah, this cannot sub 40 minutes anymore. It can still definitely get under the estimate, though, which was my goal. There's a Toad Star in here. I intentionally take a hit just to get into here easier. I meant to ground pound, but backflip works too. This could maybe get a 41 or a 42. Sub 40 is definitely rip. I don't know how good my ending's gonna be, though. Bowser 3 is a very hard part of the run. I have choked many world record paced runs to the final Bowser. Both the fight and the level. There's very precise stuff that you'll see. And there's a clip that looks very... Well, actually, there's 2 clips. Because I'm actually going to enter Bowser 2 through this door, but because Bowser 3 was too big, Lugmalord put part of Bowser 3 underneath Bowser 2, and you can glitch into Bowser 3 through that means. So now I'm like basically at the end of the Bowser 3 level. But this is still very difficult. Bowser 3 in general is very difficult. Alright, I clipped through that. That's very precise, but I have a pretty good visual cue for how to do it. There's the infamous third slope, which transferring from the second to the third is basically what the third slope is, but I got it, luckily. That has been known to kill so many runs. I'm so glad that I did not miss it that time. So yeah, this can still definitely 41 at best, but more likely to be a 42. The Bowser fight done optimally with my strats is pretty much exactly a minute. Alright, gonna go for fast switch boxes. Aw, damn it. Alright, sweet. Good backup. I'm going to take advantage of the tail grab system that I think every other runner in this event has explained so far, so I don't need to. Oh, I missed the throw. I was going for a perfect fight. I wanted to do all 2 spins, but I couldn't get it. But luckily I got the hard throw out of the way. The first throw is obviously the hardest because the fire is very, very, very closely bunched there. Alright, now I just gotta hope to still get a 41, because I can still do that. I think I might have been able to get a 40 if that went perfectly. Sorry for the loud control stick again, but it's just gotta happen. It's Bowser spins. That should hit, right? Yep, sweet. It's a low 41, not too terrible. And I still beat the estimate. I had a lot of deaths, but hey, it was still a solid run, especially for being like a week since playing this game. 41-24. I am definitely satisfied with that. I can do so much better, but still it was good. So yeah, thanks everybody for the GG and stuff. I hope you all enjoyed that run. It was very fun to do. And I will be back in this event later for 125 star of this game. I will potentially have other commentators during that, because that's a way longer category, and since I already explained 50 stars of the game, I might run out of things to talk about, so... But this was fun. If you enjoyed this, feel free to check out my channel, CartoonBuffoon, and also continue to watch the rest of this event. It has been going really well so far, and I appreciate all the support. So, now I should be... Actually, okay, so, Aglab's in the chat. Are you ready to take over, Aglab? I think I'm going to hand the host over to Aglab, because I have been hosting this for 17 hours and 20 minutes, according to OBS. So, I would like some sleep. Okay, Aglab is ready, so... expect a very short picnic, but,